I said it in the video, what's at stake is our citizenship. Now, I talked about the citizenship of women, but the citizenship of Black people is on the ballot when we are looking at what's already happening across the country when Republicans have that trifecta, like in Louisiana, where there is a bill now that's law where the police can stop you under the suspicion of you being an illegal immigrant. Now, do we want to trust MAGA cops? We're having this conversation about what policing has done to our communities with being able to parse between a Haitian or an African American. I don't trust that. And so yet we are going to be subjected in certain states to that kind of policing.
And just to be clear, we don't want our Haitian brothers and sisters subjected to that as well.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. So I think that what we have to get away from is this xenophobic us versus them attitude within our own community and realize that the citizenship that we somewhat enjoy, to a certain extent, right, is on the ballot because they're trying to take this nationally. When Donald Trump is attacking Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, he is attacking legal immigrants. He's saying he's going to revoke their citizenship. Project 2025, Donald Trump wants to revoke birthright citizenship. And so literally, we could be faced with having to walk around with our papers to prove that we are citizens. And that is no longer enjoying the remnants of citizenship that we have already. And so to me, it's that serious.
Who's mad today? Who's mad today are the people who hate to see Black Americans feel entitled to this land, feel entitled to this country because it is ours. Who's mad are the people who really, truly hate Black Americans, hate to see us coming, love to see us depicted as thugs, love to see us depicted as drug dealers and baby mamas, love to see us depicted as degenerates, hate to see us winning, hate to see us being acknowledged by the President of the United States, hate to see us being celebrated, hate to see us being established as the foundational Americans of this here country. The president knows what's up when it comes to Black Americans who have been here. Our ancestors have been here since prior to the foundation of this country, and some of y'all hate to see it. There are Black Americans who hate to see us love ourselves. Y'all really believe that there is anybody around here? Look at that. That right there, all of that belonged to my parents. There are people right now in America who believe that the status of Black Americans can be removed, can be revoked. There are people in America right now, Americans, who believe that Black people can be sent anywhere. Black Americans can be sent anywhere. This is our country. We've been here. We've literally been here since prior to the establishment of the Constitution. And y'all believe that there are people, y'all believe that Donald Trump is so hateful and evil and maniacal. Y'all think he's the devil or something. And y'all believe that he has the power to just wipe out our history. Y'all say that. Y'all believe he has the power to just wipe out our history and put us on boats or ships or planes, I don't know, buses. I don't know how he would do it, and just send us away. Y'all believe that we are too weak to fight for what belongs to us. Y'all don't even understand we the only ones been fighting this whole time. We've not been wiped out, okay? Our population has not grown, but our population has been pretty steady, even with mass incarceration, even with the crack and cocaine epidemics, even with redlining, even with them putting projects on top of cemeteries, even with every single way these maniacal forces have tried to eliminate Black Americans, we're still here. We're everywhere. We are not some figment of your imagination. We're not just sketches in a book. You don't just find us in museums. We're around and we're staying. We're literally not going anywhere. We don't die. We multiply. And this is a turning point in our history. Things are really about to change, and I'm so grateful for it. What a time to become a mother. What a time to become a mother to an amazing, beautiful Black boy. I am so excited.
I know some Black people feel like, well, the Hispanics didn't stick up for us when we needed them to be there for us. They didn't march with us. And I know some people feel like that. And I get it. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, what do you teach your children? Two wrongs do not make a right. So why don't you just be the bigger person, get out of your feelings, and stand up for what's right? That's what we do as Black people. We fight for justice. We know how to do it very well. So this is why I feel like the government, aka DT, ICE, whatever you want to call them, I feel like they're trying to tear us apart from each other because they know that we are stronger together. If we band together, we can overcome this just like we overcome everything else that Black people have faced. So, I don't know. I feel like people in their feelings now. Get out your feelings. Do what's right.
Black Americans, we are not strangers, so we are family. We Africans and you Black Americans, we have walked different paths, but our roots are the same. History tried to divide us through pain, distance, and misunderstandings. But the truth is, we are stronger together. It is time we stop arguing over who had it worse and start focusing on what we can build together. Africa is not a jungle, and you Black Americans are not lost. We are mirrors shaped by our struggles, and in spite of that, we are still shining. Let's put aside our differences and respect each other's boundaries. Once we do that, we can grow, connect better, and build a legacy for ourselves and our future generation. Imagine what we could achieve if we worked as one, trading knowledge, ideas, culture, and strength. Unity doesn't mean we all have to be the same. Unity means we choose respect. From Lagos to Atlanta, from Accra to Detroit. We are not strangers. We are family, and it's time we act like it.
I don't understand. Even people that come from their own country do it. Why? You were an immigrant. We are all period. But we were an immigrant once. We were in a situation once. The same situation they are. Why are you doing this?
Any questions?
Just a point of clarification, Black Americans aren't immigrants. Point of clarification, respectfully.
Yes. No, absolutely, agreed, yep. And she was saying that Black Americans are not immigrants, and that is a fact, that is true.
Yes.
Okay, so, let's see. I mean, it says
So let me just make this very clear, and I'm going to just focus directly on this woman here. I find it very interesting that for the longest time possible, we could have all come together for a variety of things, and people opted not to do it. Case in point, let me just make it very clear. Where were the Asians, the Latins, the Caucasians, the European immigrants? Where were the Haitians? And where were all these other people when it deals with talks of reparations? When it deals with talks of Black people getting their just due, where is everybody at? And I see silence. I see excuses. I see people trying to find a way to slide in and try to fit in so that they can get a slice or a larger piece than what they feel that Black Americans should be able to get. I see a whole bunch of divisive talk when it deals with reparations. But now, when we're dealing with this situation here, we have a woman like this and many others coming to tell Black Americans that, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to get out of your feelings and rah, 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 rah. We keep trying to tell y'all every single time, every single video. The worst thing that you can do at this moment in time is to go at Black people and to dictate to them what it is that they need to do. That's crazy. You want people to help you, but you're telling them what they need to do or how it is that they need to do it or what is acceptable. That's not how that works. And this is why you're losing. This is why things are falling directly apart. We've heard people from the islands tell Black people what it is that they need to do and not do. We've heard Latins tell Black people what it is that they need to do and not do. We've heard Asian Americans tell Black people what it is that they need to do and not do. We've heard Indians talk about what Black people need to do and not do. We've even heard, quote unquote, other Black people in the community trying to tell Black people what it is that they need to do and not to do by way of trying to help those out there when it deals with ICE. This is the crazy, like I said before, something is there. And I don't think that a lot of people are paying attention. Again, this is case in point in 4K. You're watching a multitude of nations, demographics out here, coming together in unison against Black Americans because Black Americans said that we're out of this fight. This has nothing to do with us. You're watching multiple groups and multiple nations come together in unison and say that, yo, black Americans, you are the problem here of the reason why ICE is able to do what it is they're able to do to everybody. And if you don't do anything now, then you know what that means for you. Ha ha ha. That means that ICE and everybody else is going to start coming for you when they're done with the rest of us. Ha 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 ha. This is crazy. This is 1,000% crazy. And it's like, for me, I feel crazy because it seems as though that I'm the only one that sees this. Just to be real, just from my point of view, it seems as though that I'm the only one that's noticing that all of these people that talk about that we need unity and all this other type of stuff, the only unity that I realistically see is that against black Americans when they say that they're standing back and standing down. That's when everybody else who don't like each other, now they want to unify and they want to start making videos. Again, you got Africans in the UK, you got Africans in Africa, you got Africans in Canada, you got Africans in the United States, all making videos. You got Caribbeans, those from the island, in the United States making videos, and many others, all formulated and coming together in unison in order to talk down and talk negatively about black Americans because we're taking a stand. And nobody sees a problem with that. Nobody finds that to be a little bit weird. Then to say that black Americans need to get out of their feelings because it seems that we're in our feelings, that's a little bit odd, because the only people that seems as though that they are in their feelings is everybody else, because black Americans said that they're not helping. Because the funniest thing is, if white people basically said that they're not helping nobody, there would be no hoopla. Everybody would calm down and sit down and take to their corners. Y'all wouldn't be online trying to beg and plead and down talk and all this other type of stuff when it deals with white people. Y'all would never do that. Never ever do that. And especially in the groups that y'all in, you would never do it. You would never fix your face and sit up there and say any of the stuff that you've been saying to black Americans, to white people, and y'all know it. And especially the Asian Americans, y'all know better. Y'all know better. Right? But for whatever reason, as stated before, repeating it like a broken record, you guys are able to unify. Isn't that interesting? You guys can unify on this, but you can't come together in the streets when it deals with ICE, when it deals with the, United States government saying that, hey, we're going to, make some new laws and regulations and all this other type of, y'all don't got nothing to say? This is the thing that I want a lot of people to also realize and think about. What I've seen over time, especially dealing with the Cubans, Latins, whatnot, or whatever, is that when people happen to vote for something and they have a huge regret, they want to put that regret and that responsibility on other people. So at a moment in time that they were saying that we will vote for Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump is like, by this time tomorrow, we're going to be closing our borders and getting all the illegals out. Everybody got real silent. People weren't singing that tune anymore. People were scattering like roaches. Right? You have to ask yourself, it begs the question, who did a lot of these people who are in the United States, who are immigrants, who did a lot of these people side with and or vote for? So if we go back further enough, right, during the pandemic, if people's memories will allow them to go back that far, you had the Biden and Harris administration, right, when they got voted in. I remember the first thing that Biden stated in front of a group of black people, I forgot, somewhere down south or whatnot or whatever, he specifically stated, thank you to the black community for getting us the votes, for getting us in office. Black women were ecstatic, right? They are getting acknowledged. They're getting full-blown credit. They're getting seen, right? In a country that pretty much has not been willing to try to acknowledge or see them for a very long time. And it felt great for black women, right? You know what happened when black women got acknowledged? You had Latins out there got angry. They got mad. They got frustrated. You got Latins that got directly on the news and wanted to state that it wasn't just black people or black women that got Biden and Harris into office. A lot of us Latins were doing this, that, and the third. The president of the United States at that point in time stated who did it. And you're like, no, Mr. White Man President, you're incorrect. you're wrong. It was actually us. So what I'm saying is, this is not the first time. This is not the first time that magically a group has come against Black Americans for being acknowledged in a certain point in time or in a certain type of way. And this is not going to be the final time that this is going to take place in the United States. Like I said, if y'all don't believe me, I probably got some videos maybe up on the channel. I'm not sure which channel it would be on, but you know, or I might have to upload those again. But yeah, like I said, that was a crazy time period to see another demographic come out of the blue and to try to go against Black people, more so Black women. Because remember, Latins, because they're minorities, they're supposed to be allies, right? Why would you, as an ally, want to go against another ally and try to one-up them? Black people didn't make this about you. They didn't make this a competition. The president of the United States literally told Black women exactly what it was, told the United States exactly what it is, thanked them. And you got mad because you felt like you did more work. You feel like you should really be highlighted. But I guess you, in a sense, feel that way because you feel close to white. Even though you're supposed to be an ally, even though you're a quote-unquote minority, right? So like I said, going back to what it is that the Black woman stated, she is 100% correct that people are mad. It doesn't matter what administration. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle, Democrat, Republican, Republican, Democrat. If Black people get mentioned, everybody is mad. Like I said, if you don't believe me, go back and look. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything. Now listen in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.